It's a beautiful Thursday night. Musicians in the Tucson Symphony Orchestra are arriving at the TCC Music Hall for the final dress rehearsal before their season opener. In most ways, it's a practice like any other. A quick look through sheet music, chaos that gets louder as more musicians take their seats. And eventually, they come into tune together. It's all totally normal, except for one very big thing. For the first time in more than 2 decades, the Tucson Symphony Orchestra has a new maestro.
My name is José Luis Gomez, and I come from Spain. Me llamo José Luis Gomez, vengo de España.
Gomez takes the reins from George Hansen, who was the longest-serving conductor in the symphony's 87-year history. Long before Gomez stood on this podium, though, he was a kid raised in a family that immersed him in music.
I was born in Maracaibo, Venezuela, and my father is a flutist. My brother is a violinist as well, and music has been always part of our family. So my father was the first flute of the Maracaibo Symphony Orchestra and one of the teachers of El Sistema, which is a youth orchestra system of teaching in Venezuela, very well known. And so music was part of our family from day one.
When he was a kid, Gomez studied the violin.
It's one of those instruments that captivates the audiences more than others because it's very passionate, but also it can be very delicate. It's a very unique instrument, and I think growing up playing it has been, a wonderful experience.
He says his training as a musician laid the foundation for his transition to conducting and his leap onto the international stage.
Out of a sudden, I just found myself in a very short time winning an international conducting competition, and therefore my career just started out of, like a dream.
The winner is Mr. José Luis Gomez Rios.
And I was really lucky because I immediately got an invitation from the orchestra who was part of the competition, which was the Frankfurt Radio Orchestra, to join them by express desire of his music director, the conductor Pavo Järvi, as his assistant. So I immediately started to work with him, which is a top-level world-class conductor. I had the chance to work with an orchestra from day one in big repertoire like Mahler, Bruckner, so it was a kind of a very intense beginning, but I also felt like I was really well guided by the people who were around me.
After Frankfurt, Gomez spent several years playing with orchestras around the world, across Europe, New Zealand, Japan, and he was musical director at the Teatro Sociale di Como in Italy. Gomez made his debut in Tucson in 2014. Lauren Roth, the orchestra's principal violinist, was there.
I definitely remember working with him for the first time and feeling like, oh, we've got a real musician's musician on our hands here. Someone who understood the music and who was able to communicate it with a lot of inspiration and passion to all of us.
I believe that there is something really unique that happens with music, is that it's an international language. And somehow, when you see a conductor and an orchestra combining forces together, it's a result of inspiration, of understanding each other, but at a level that goes beyond the words.
There have been many times where we have connected musically, we being the instrumentalists and Maestro Gomez. To describe those moments, it's sort of hard to do except to tell you that they're just there and we all feel them. I think there is a little bit of an electricity among the players, and that's something that we all feel. We might talk about it later, but it's almost not worth putting into words because it's simply a really strong feeling that nobody can deny.
A few months ago, the orchestra's patrons had a chance to meet Gomez and talk with him directly. One thing was clear: there are a lot of different expectations for the orchestra.
We're from Los Angeles. We spent 35 years going to the LA Philharmonic, and they always had one piece every performance that was different. We saw
Night of the Mayans
as that piece in LA, and it just blew us away. So showing new stuff as part of your concert is wonderful. Some is good, some is not so good.
I want the TSO to be accessible to everybody in the community. You don't have to know a lot about classical music or be a great lover of classical music in order to appreciate the great talent and the professional quality of our orchestra right here in Tucson.
1, 2.
Gomez says the Tucson Symphony Orchestra is poised to ascend to the next level. Of course, that's going to require a lot of hard work on the part of Gomez and his musicians.
I saw in the orchestra a capacity of development and to still grow as an institution. Believe it or not, this is something that is really attractive for a conductor because it gives you the room also to learn and to grow with them. But I think we found each other in the right time.
We have an incredible leadership in Maestro Gomez moving forward. I think he will provide inspiration and motivation for the players to play better. I think we'll play at a higher level. I hope that with Maestro Gomez's leadership, we'll be able to reach better and further into the community here in Tucson.
During off seasons, Gomez will continue to play with orchestras around the world.
But I'm happy to say that, of course, I will have a home here in Tucson. It will be my American, let's say, home. I will still have my place in Europe because I'm expanding my career all over the world. But one of the good things is that I'm not traveling alone anymore because I know that I have the Tucson Symphony with me everywhere I go.